Just a quick video here today to look at wiring an aftermarket tachometer into the Ninja 500 engine or wiring the Ninja 250 tachometer into the 500 igniter module, just because of a question that I got from someone else doing this swap. I'll be using an aftermarket tach on my build, but he wants to use the Ninja 250 tach, and the process for both of those is basically identical, so I'm going to go over that real quick. If you wire the tach for the 250 into the 500 wiring harness, it doesn't work properly. So first we're going to look at how the 500 works, and I've got it traced out here. So the 500 tachometer right here, the power I've highlighted in blue, it comes down here, follows across, and goes up to the stop switch. That's your power for the tachometer. Your ground is in pink here. It follows across and over to the negative side of the battery, so that's your ground. And then your actual signal wire for the tachometer here, I've highlighted in orange, and it comes out of the tachometer and follows down over here, and it actually goes into the igniter. It has its own pin in the igniter, and that's what sends the signal to the tachometer. So that's more of an old-fashioned system. Most of the aftermarket tachometers actually tap into the coil for the signal for the tachometer, which is what the 250 does as well. So looking at the wiring harness, and this is for the pre-gen 250 because that's what he has, it's going to be basically the exact same for the new gen 250 as well. So again, in pink here we've got our ground. It comes over, goes down to the battery, and our positive is I've done in blue, comes over here down to the stop switch. Now what's different about this, you can see the signal wire, which I've highlighted in orange, follows across here and goes up, and it joins in with the negative side of one of the coils here. That coil wire that comes over to the igniter, and the signal for the tachometer is just tapped into the negative side of the coil. That's how it gets its reading. These coils are controlled ground, so it has constant power and it is the ground that is switched off and on. So that's why it's tapped into the ground for either of the coils to get its reading. So you'll just have to tap that signal wire. Instead of trying to go to the pin on the 500 igniter module, you'll have to go and splice in to the actual ground side of one of the coils. I haven't done it yet, but in theory that should be everything that needs to be done, and there should be some other people here that can confirm that. That's how it's done with almost all aftermarket tachometers as well, if you're going to wire in an aftermarket tachometer. I know the wiring diagram is a bit blurry, you're not going to be able to see or read any of it. I basically had to blow it up on my computer and do it that way, but just trust that those are the right connections and everything.